Let's go. I'm a force to be reckoned with, remember the name. Whether I'm singing or I'm spitting, ladies love me the same. Hello. I'm rain, and haters just don't understand. And what be flowing out the mouth is like the back of my hand. I know it's serious, only thing that changes my hotness. Lupe, I got this beat make hot spit fire. Or maybe something more like an ice flame. So cold it burns to the touch, call me Ice Name.
What's good, everyone? It's your boy Tempest here for another episode. Once again, thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. You guys make my week the best. Now, first and foremost, thank you to everyone who always shows support, and thank you to Mind Over Mixup, Weapon of Choice, MCE Amazing, and also people like Tectone, people like SongcoJam, and so many others. Now, hopping right into the news. First, we have King of Fighter news. Aptly, the King of Dinosaurs. Now, he's looking like his usual self, looks pretty dope. What's, I guess, kind of disappointing at this point is the fact that SNK is just kind of doing their standard release. The only difference is instead of every week, it's every other week now. So we're just getting the same information, just less trickled in now. And at this point, we're hoping to get more information. Hopefully we do get something more along the lines of how we're getting information with Melty Blood. Now, what Melty Blood has been doing, as I mentioned before, is on their Twitter giving us information about game mechanics, showing us little bits of gameplay, and now we're getting trailers for the characters, even though we've been told who's in it. So we so far have gotten Shiki, and we've gotten a new character reveal in Coma, who is like the rival character. So really quick, if you guys are not familiar with Melty Blood, this is actually a series that has been kind of around for a long time. As someone has once described it, it is the crazy uncle of anime fighters. But it is actually originally a visual novel turned anime fighter. So take for it what you will, but it's getting this nice reboot, and honestly, it's looking really nice. They haven't changed too much from what its core of what it used to be, so it is a little bit legacy, but it looks like it's going to still allow not only newer players to get into it, but also veterans to come back to it and feel right at home. So I kind of like the way that they're doing this. Shoutouts to them. Rounding out the fighting game news, we have our first bit of DLC for Guilty Gear Strive, and no surprise, at least on my end, we get Gold Lewis Dickinson. Now, it's not that I saw leaks or anything, because I really don't pay attention to leaks, and if I do happen to see them, I take them with a grain of salt, because usually they're not always the most accurate or, reliable things, and I don't do leaks here, really. Gold Lewis Dickinson's looking really good. If you've seen the storyline, you know he was pretty important to the storyline, and I'm not going to spoil it here, so if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it, but looking pretty cool. We get him next week, the 27th. He's available for those with a season pass, and if you don't have a season pass, well, you'll get him soon enough. He comes out on the 30th, which is the day before Only Hands. There's a poll up, by the way, so go vote in that if you want him legal. Now, moving on to some other news, we have some Genshin news. Now, I'm only going to touch on this. If you want the whole story, just go over to Tectone's channel. But we have Inazuma's finally out. It's amazing. It's great. We're getting some really interesting characters coming soon, including Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, check out Tectone's channel. He'll give you the whole lowdown on it, because I could go on forever about it, and it would be really unfair to everybody if I did that. The other news is there's going to be a new BioShock, but unfortunately it's not new. It's a remake of the original BioShock, which is going to disappoint a lot of people once they realize that's actually what it is. Hopefully at least something else, but only time will tell. That's pretty much it for the news. The only other thing really that I wanted to discuss is, we're gonna revisit subjects a lot, which I've mentioned before, but considering everything that's happening, and I mentioned some of the fighting game stuff before, but we've got a lot of stuff upcoming really soon, and a lot of stuff that's just coming out. So again, with King of Fighters coming early 2022, Guilty Gear Strive starting with their DLC, Melty Blood is coming out at the end of September. We've got the Smash DLC, The Last Fighter, is getting revealed within the next few months. As soon as that Last Fighter is revealed, we're getting the new the Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, which, you know, that's essentially just a Smash game that they're going to do, which we know Nickelodeon did that on purpose. Let's not kid ourselves. And then, of course, in August, we're gonna get another DLC character reveal. So all of this, and then offline tournaments are returning. A lot of people are going to be questioning whether or not, am I ready to go to a tournament? And I've said this before, and I'm just going to sum this up in pretty simple statement, and you guys know how I feel about this, but shout outs to Coach Steve, because he summed it up in a much more succinct way. Go now, because if you go when you feel you're ready, it's gonna hurt a lot more if you happen to go 0-2. And it's very true. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going 0-2, but think about it this way. If you feel that you're ready, and then you happen to go 0-2, that's gonna hurt a whole lot worse if you just go, and then maybe you go 0-2, and it's like, well, I wasn't 100% ready, but at least I learned some stuff. Or if you go and you really feel like you're ready, and you happen to go 0-2, and you're like, well, what went wrong? I was ready. The whole point of the matter is you go to learn. You just gotta build up from there. And right now, with a lot of these games having pretty good netcode, some of these games anyway, just use this opportunity to practice. But that's about it. Remember, Only Hands is next weekend. Hopefully the Matcherino should be up on my Twitter if it's not in this video by now. As of recording, I don't have the link yet, but check Twitter. And new song very soon. And other than that, be safe, take care of each other, press buttons, and catch you on the flip side.
So don't just tell me what you want, baby, tell me what you need. Cause I ain't here to flaunt, best believe I'm here to please. I hear you're insatiable, I guess it's time to feed. And according to my ratio, we'll see.